Thank you. While we get a break, let's take a look at the October standings out west. You look at the Rockets, third best record here in the early going.
And I think for the Rockets, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
Oh, come on, GA. You know that's the mindset you have to have. They know if they can get to the playoffs, they have the talent to do some real damage.
A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Tucker and Capella are up front. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. And it's House in at the 3. And for Brooklyn, we've got Irving. Taurean Prince is out there with Allen. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's LeVert in at the small forward position.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA, I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Irving from long range gets the three-pointer to fall.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Now, here's Westbrook. The shot, no good. Harris against Harden. Allen kicks to Harris. Passes it to Irving. It's rebounded by Houston. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, the crowd didn't seem to faze them at all. They knew what their game plan was and followed it accordingly. Good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
And here's Harden. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. Over Harris. Harden can't hit.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. The Rockets have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Here is House, defended by Allen. Yep, that one goes.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Take it, Irving. Irving against Westbrook. Allen outside. Back to Irving. 6 to shoot. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
3 for 4 from the field to start the game. They'll take that.
Outside Westbrook. And it's sent back by Allen.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through.
Prince kicks to Harris. And there's the pass to Irving. Prince trying to free himself up. No good from Irving.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Here is House. LeVert defending. Top of the key. Again, the Nets for 2. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Capella dishes to Westbrook.
And they've had chances to score inside, just unable to convert.
Now here's LeVert. Defense right on him.
It seems to improve his shot blocking every year. I mean, Capella is outstanding at using his length to swat away shots.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's House.
And how about the interior defense here early on? They have really shut down the middle.
Wound up there for Allen. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn. And here's a look at some stats for Westbrook. Great showing for him last season. First in assists, fourth in steals, and he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And dropping a lot of dimes. He led the league in assists because he's the ultimate competitor, an absolute magician with the basketball. Now here's Westbrook. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Wizards in Washington. Knocks it loose. 5 on the clock. It goes out of bounds. That one off Levert. Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. Russell Westbrook, number 1.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
Here's Capella, stolen by Allen. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Harris passes to Irving. Fires it up. Harden grabs the miss.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those. You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Here's Harris. Following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Harris passes to Irving. Westbrook pulls it in.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
The shot drops. His shooting percentage improves. He's 3 for 7 now with that basket. Westbrook against Irving. Shot from the wing. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Irving's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Here's Westbrook. He has 7. Takes the 3. And it's Westbrook again missing. Wound up there for Allen. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Well, here's the thing. Irving draws so much attention from the defense. I mean, there's always a guy left wide open.
Here's Westbrook. Here's Tucker. A beautiful reverse layup.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
Irving passes to Allen. Pass to Levert. And before his scary foot dislocation in November of 2018, Karis LeVert enjoying a breakout season. Greg even garnering some most improved buzz around the NBA.
Yeah, and fortunately, the injury not as bad as it looked initially. Yeah, he's looking to continue that impressive trajectory.
And the free throw drops for LeVert. And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And it's all treats day in the NBA, Chris. What was your favorite Halloween candy growing up?
The orange candies that people really don't like in the triangles. What are those called?
Oh, yeah. Those little,
I forgot what
little
those
candy
called.
corn.
The corn
Right, candy? Is that
candy.
a candy
I don't
corn?
know all of it. Give me anything.
Yeah.
That's why I have to go to the dentist so much. So I would eat any type of candy. Hey, as long as it's all treats day, just show me where the bowl is. I'll put my hand in and whatever comes out, I'm eating.
And that was a big hand. Westbrook with a wide open look. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
He's ramped up his game in a big way this quarter. I don't think he likes it when they're trailing.
Irving kicks to LeVert. Misses the three. Rockets trail by 5. Down low, here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Oh, and Harden is just ferocious with his dunk, just ramming it in the defense's face.
Irving passes to LeVert. The Nets working the ball around now. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Jarrett Allen. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Karis LeVert. And a change for the Rockets. Gordon's checked in for Danuel House. And so Westbrook will bring it up for Houston. They trail by 3. The 3-ball. Rebounded by the Nets. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
Yeah, and there's really no excuse for it, GA. I mean, they know they need to play in more control.
Here is Harden following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. Harden dishes to Westbrook. Harden against Dinwiddie. Harden can't hit.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Prince misses.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points. And sometimes all you got to do is lob it Capella's way. Often he takes care of the rest.
Here's Irving. After Clint Capella's bucket, Irving finds Jordan. Ball's knocked loose. Westbrook with the steal. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Some changes for Brooklyn. Odion Kurucs. He's checked in for Taurean Prince. David Nwaba comes in for Joe Harris. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Houston with a big group substitution here. Tyson Chandler. He's checked in for Clint Capella. Cephalosha comes in for P.J. Tucker. McLemore's checked in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. It's Jordan on the wing. Knocked away. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Dinwiddie. Last season's performance for him. Last year averaged 17 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. It's a tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
Now here's Jordan. His last outing, he had 8 points. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Now here's McLemore. He's guarded closely. Pass to Gordon. Over Temple. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Brooklyn leading by 3. Here's Nwaba. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Houston's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Rivers kicks to Gordon. Passes it to McLemore. Poked away. Just 5 on the clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. That's a 2 from Gordon. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Mwaba. He drains the quick shot. Now it's a 7-point Brooklyn lead. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The pass to Chandler. Rivers in the corner. The 3 nailed from 3-point land.
Oh, it's big when Rivers connects from outside. Really helps space the entire floor for a squad.
Here's Temple. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. For the 3. Chandler with the rebound. Rockets trail by 4. To the inside. McLemore, no good.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Here's Temple, defended by Gordon. Temple, the pass to Jordan. That one falls. His 2nd basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
He's got some pep in his step tonight. I wonder what he had to eat last night. I mean, very solid first quarter for him at the offensive end.
Outside Gordon. 3-pointer. The rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Pass to Temple. Dinwiddie kicks to Temple. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Nets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
The first one falls. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. 7-point differential. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Gordon with it. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Wizards in Washington. That's tipped. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Nets. They're up by 7. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league, it's a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Garrett Temple is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Mwaba in at the small forward. Now here's Dinwiddie. 20 points for him last game against Indiana.
I mean, and you look at his free throw numbers. I mean, this shows you how much pressure he put on the defense.
Here's Rivers. The 7-footer falls. Rivers has got 5.
You see the quickness from Rivers right there. He's good at probing inside when he gets a chance.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity, and McLemore slams it in.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Here's Temple, defended by Gordon. Chandler with the block. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Gordon's running. Rivers in the corner. Fires the 3. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan.
He hit that 1 3-pointer in the first quarter. Still none so far here in the second.
Well, last season, for sure, Greg, a bit of a journey for DeAndre Jordan as he went from the Mavericks to the Knicks before his free agency. Now he is a part of Brooklyn.
And both KD and Kyrie took pay cuts to get Jordan on board. Still a factor with his size and defense despite a lackluster year in 2019. Nets are hoping he can find his magic and be a force once again.
Now Rivers, after Spencer Dinwiddie missing on that last 3-pointer. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Rivers.
This is how you run the pick and roll. Rivers just knows how to break down a defense.
Here's Temple. Pass to Dinwiddie. Passes it to Nwaba. Shot clock at 5. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn to end the cold streak. Rockets with the rebound. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
Well, there was a good back and forth between these teams last year, if you remember. You'd expect it to be a mismatch on paper, but it turned out to be pretty even.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Chris, the NBA has flattened now the draft lottery odds. And now that you've seen it at work, seen it in play, any additional changes you might make?
Well, you know, Kev, I still a wait and see for me. I definitely like the NBA making sure they try to address the problem. You never want a team to think that they can be rewarded for losing. So I like what we've done so far. But, you know, if I'm a GM, if I'm a president, I'm always going to try to find ways to manipulate and find that, you know, those open gray areas. And so I think this is something we're always going to have to address, but I love the fact the NBA has gotten ahead of the problem.
Well, like the Clippers of a year ago, they looked like, gosh, they've lost all their superstars, but they gave it such a great go. They actually made the playoffs.
Yeah, and it started from the top. I mean, Mr.
Right.
Ballmer said, listen, we do not want to lose. We're going to go in and we're going to play hard. And I tell you what, I think that that's what rewarded them during free agency by able to go out, recruit players and say, listen, we don't lose here. We just need you to take us over the top. And I think that's a pretty good recruiting pitch.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Harden. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged 36 points a game, 7 assists and 6 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Now, here's Westbrook. 12 points for him. And another 3 for Houston.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Irving against Westbrook. There's the pass to Harris. He feeds it to Allen. Now here's LeVert. D right on him. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Rockets leading by 3. Here's Westbrook, and Houston again with the bucket.
And Westbrook is a terror from the mid-range. Terrific at sticking it to the defense from that spot on the floor.
Irving passes to Allen. Back to Irving. Good on the triple. Irving's got 11 points.
He'll do some damage if they give him that shot. Don't give him a clean look. Get out there on him.
Pass to Harden. Lets it go from deep. No good that time. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Here's Prince. And there's the feed to Allen. No good there. And here's Houston. They're on a 14-5 run here. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. LeVert trying to get open. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Allen. Allen's got 4 assists in the game. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. Now Westbrook. He's got 17. Harden outside. The Rockets again can't hit.
Oh, you expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Pass to House. Stolen by LeVert. Kicks it to Harris. And on the way from Irving for 3. Rebound by House. For Houston, they've gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Oh, Harden is so good at finishing these and ones. I mean, he is just a thorn in the D side.
Well, sometimes it just looks unfair with the way Harden can create space. And then, Chris, he'd get that shot off.
Come on, Kev, it's just sick. His step-back jumper is a thing of beauty. I'm not talking about his almost travel double step back, just his regular one. I mean, he has so many tools to create space with his footwork, and he makes the most out of what you give him.
And for James Harden, he loves to be put on an island and go one-on-one against a defender.
Well, yeah, last season, Harden had as many ISOs called for him as some teams ran in. And that's all because of his coach. His coach calls the games that way. It's his bread and butter. And there isn't much you can do to stop him with one defender.
LeVert, 6 on the shot clock. Prince wide open. Offline with his 3. Harris against Harden. That one good for 2. Harden's got 5 points now this quarter.
Oh, the bearded one cannot be intimidated. No matter how much contact Harden takes, he'll still find a way to finish.
Now here is Harris. He's coming off a 13-point game against Indiana. A nice shot by Irving.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Now here's Westbrook. Comes up empty, 7 for 15 with that miss. They get a hand on it, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
A moment now to see the numbers for Capella.
Last season, he played outstanding. 2nd in field goal percentage, 5th in rebounding, and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And you pointed out his ranking as the 2nd best shooter in the league last season. I think with a little extra work, he could become number 1 this time around. Rockets trail. And here's Harden, and the layup's good off the glass. Harden's got 9.
Well, Harden's strength is part of what makes him special, able to score through all kinds of contact.
Harden against Harris. Here's Irving, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, well, some locker room tension for Kyrie Irving last season. His public comments were seen as a dig at the Celtics' young players. They made it deep into the playoffs without him in 2018. A sense they weren't having it.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. And with the chemistry concerns, Irving blamed the media. Chris, he said that it breaks up locker rooms.
Yeah, and he also said, Kev, that he admitted that he didn't handle everything perfectly. He got off social media, putting those blinders on and focusing on his job.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
Oh, not many players with a more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
Westbrook with it. 17 points in the game. And it's sent back by Allen. The Nets with the lead. Inside. Prince misses.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Now Irving. After Westbrook's missed three. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. Houston's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. From outside the arc. Another miss by Westbrook.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks.
Now here's LeVert. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Indiana.
Yeah, and his energy level in that game was amazing. He did all that work offensively and controlled the boards, too.
Westbrook drives in.
And Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the launching pad, rim, beware. Well, there just aren't many players in the history of the NBA who you can bet on to come up with a triple-double on any given night. But at the top of that list is Russell Westbrook, truly a transcendent talent.
That's good from Westbrook. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. Harris outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on James Harden.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And Greg, to think with Westbrook averaging a triple-double for any given season, I mean, just unheard of.
When he was aiming for that mark the first time, everyone was wondering if he could pull it off. Now it's like almost everyone expects him to average a triple-double every season. I never thought you'd think that about any player in the NBA.
First one falls for him.
And no matter what, one of the big positives they can take away from this game is how well they've performed at the line.
And he can't hit the second. Injuries can play such a big part in a player's career. Which guys strike you, Chris, as the biggest what-if stories? Had they stayed healthy?
Wow. I mean, you got to start, in my mind, I got to go to, a guy like a Grant Hill. He was Mr. Triple-Double. He and Jason Kidd, to me, were almost the same players, just in different bodies when Grant started his career off in Detroit. And to see him get injured, man, that just hurt me because he had so much potential. Even though he had a great career, I still think about him. How about Greg Oden? He got hurt in his senior year, had to shoot free throws with his left hand, and then he comes into the league, and the big fella just had to battle injuries, and feel sorry for that big fella because he was so skilled in the game.
Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Oh, yeah, no question what they'll be talking about in this timeout. They need to figure out some way to slow him down.
Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. DeAndre Jordan third. And, of course, Clint Capella.
But these guys are always around the hoop, always with a nose for the ball. A dominant season inside for both.
Harris outside. Puts it up from 12, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Harris has got 6. Houston's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Harden against Harris. Oh, that was an impressive throwdown.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
The Rockets shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Temple comes in for Karis LeVert. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Houston. He throw good, James Harden.
You know, there's one award that Harden has won. I think we can pretty much say for sure he'll never win again, and that's 6th Man of the Year. It's hard to believe there was ever a time this man wasn't a starter.
Now here is Harris. He has 6. Passes to Irving. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots the 3. The Rockets pull it in.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Oh, man, did you see him close that gap? What a great job. He made the shooter feel uncomfortable.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Westbrook with the steal, and it's the Rockets on the break. Gordon with no one around. The Rockets again can't hit. Nets trail by 4. Here's Temple. And no good, but close on that one, so he'll shoot 2. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And the first one at the line is good. Some changes for Brooklyn. Caruch is checked in for Taurean Prince. David Nwaba comes in for Joe Harris. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Houston with a big group substitution here. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Capella. Cephalosha comes in for P.J. Tucker. McLemore's checked in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Rivers. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Wizards in Washington. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And Temple kicks to Dinwiddie. From deep three-point range, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for the Houston Rockets. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, they got themselves going in the second quarter. How do you get control of the game back?
It starts with not getting the ball out of the net. You know, we got to get stops, and it starts in that end. That's where it's really going to start for us. And we just got to continue to compete. That's all.
Kyrie, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some struggles for Houston in the first quarter. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm or come up with enough stops and sunk into a 7-point hole by the end of the period. Throughout the second quarter, they had a big improvement in shot selection and overall offense. They shot 52% from the field. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, I thought that turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy, and then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets.
Well, if you can't shoot the ball, you might want to stop chucking it up. They keep trying the three, but it's not going down. They're relying too much on the three ball. Way too much. It's good when it's falling for you, but when it's not, you have to try something else.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Yeah, he's busting his tail, making his presence known. A great job defensively so far.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. So on the floor for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front, and it's House in at the 3 slot. Now here's LeVert. From deep, Prince drops in the tray. Prince has got 9 points.
But the D didn't do a good enough job on him. He can be an ace when he gets a good look at 3.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. The lead is 2. From about 16, Allen with the rebound.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Prince dishes to Irving. He nails it, and we're tied up. Irving's got 21 in the game.
On a night like this, Irving forces the D to step back and to take his medicine. They can't do anything about it.
Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. The pass to Irving. For the lead, another one falls for Brooklyn.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
And here are the Rockets. Harden scanning the floor. In the corner, it's Westbrook. Another miss by Westbrook.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half. And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
An 0 for 3 start to the first half is finally behind them. I mean, now maybe they can get something rolling.
Outside Irving. LeVert with a wide open look. A three-pointer no good. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Rockets have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
That's good from Tucker.
Well, I love P.J. Tucker. He's a player that doesn't do a whole lot in the box score, but he passes the eye test. He plays defense, he's tough, he rebounds, and you know he'll hit that corner 3.
free throws, good from Tucker. And Tucker, Chris, the type of player who will do all the small things for a team.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be anything more than he is with the stars on his team, and he knows that. Tucker's a great glue guy. He sets screens, guards anyone, rebounds, hits his shots.
Now here's Prince. He's got 9. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. They get it back. Good work there as it goes. And the Rockets lead by 4.
And the massive wingspan of Capella, I mean, excels at using it to gobble up misses at a high rate.
And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Harris. And now it's up to 25 points for Kyrie Irving. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Westbrook can't get it to go.
He hasn't had anywhere near the same touch he had in the first half. 0 3-pointers in this half compared to 3 in the first.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here is Harden following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Harden 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Really like seeing Harden take it strong inside. So crafty in how he finishes near the bucket.
Westbrook against Irving. Pass to LeVert. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Tucker. Tucker's got his 5th rebound in this one. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Capella with the bucket. And it's a 4-point Rocket lead.
That is a great finish. Capella has a man draped all over him and still finds a way to get the ball in the bucket.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of last season's top 3-point shooters. Take a look at Harris. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
And getting that spot at the top of the list was such a huge accomplishment. What a year it was for him from behind the arc.
Now here's Irving. 27 points for him. Harris, no good. Rockets leading by 4. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Drills the 3-pointer. Westbrook's got 5 points now in the quarter.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Irving against Westbrook. Prince, the pass to LeVert. Feeds it to Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Westbrook. 25 points in the game. Goes back up. And another shot. That shot off. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Knocked loose. Stolen by Tucker. And now it's Westbrook running. He can go all the way. And finished off by Westbrook.
When you put everything into your defense like Tucker does, good things happen. Like easy points off of a terrific steal.
Harris outside. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Irving.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here's Harden. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
They have ridden him today, and it has paid off in a big way.
Irving dishes to Harris. Allen passes to LeVert. Uses the glass to finish the layup. LeVert's got 6 points.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And the Rockets lead by 7. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Irving double team. To the middle. It's stolen by Capella. Harden against Harris. Another miss by Harden.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
LeVert kicks to Irving. The tray. Hands it from downtown. LeVert's got 5 points now this quarter.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Pass to House. Poked loose. Prince outside. Goes up from the top of the key. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And now just a 2-point Rocket lead. Timeout called the Rockets. The NBA fans sometimes called the sixth man. Chris, talk about what a difference a raucous crowd, a home crowd, can make for a team and a player.
Well, I could talk about that from my experience, but let's talk about from my experience first. Sacramento, we had a lady called Sign Lady. Now, of course, she had a real name, but she says, just call me Sign Lady. She would make the most beautiful signs. Vlade, we believe in you. Peja, every shot is good. She'd make them creatively. They'd be bright. They'd be big. And we looked for her for encouragement. The cowbells, how loud everyone there was. Some first-time gamers saying, this is my first game coming to watch. Go win, Chris. Or people that's been like, I've never missed a game. You want to do it for the fans, how loud they are, how they get on the teams, how they get on the refs. You got to love it. And then for the rest of the league, oh, my God. Last year in the playoffs, going to the Milwaukee Bucks, their home arena, that new arena they have there, oh, crazy. You want to talk about crazy fans? Go out to Toronto and hang outside with 10,000 crazy fans in the rain while they're singing and shouting and having fun over there in Jurassic Park. And we all know about the great fans that Golden State had all their years in Oracle, some of the most loyal fans ever. The sixth man, the fans being the sixth man, that is not a cliche. That is not made up for PR purposes. That's true and real. And some of the best players will tell you how those fans have taken them over the top, giving them energy to win some games.
Yeah, a lot of energy.
Yes.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Rivers. Connects from three-point range. Rivers has got 13.
Something going wrong with the D out there. He's one of the guys you got to be worried about on the perimeter.
Dinwiddie passes to Irving. Lets it go with a 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Here's McLemore. And that one drops. McLemore's got the lead up to 7 now for Houston. Brooklyn's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Jordan finds Irving. Rivers with it. Guarded now by Irving. A nice shot by Rivers. And now a 9-point Houston lead.
And running the break is about being opportunistic. Right there, Rivers doing just this and being rewarded for it.
On its way from Irving for 2, and the Nets miss again. The Rockets shooting well, 52% in the third. They came to play offensively in the second half. Passes it to McLemore. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. The Nets shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. In transition, here come the Nets. Irving leading the charge.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Well, a lot of rough times for Irving in his final year with the Celtics. Opted out, and obviously Greg wanted a change.
And quickly zeroed in on Brooklyn as a destination. His time in Boston had clearly come to an end by the finale of last season. Now joins up with a new stacked team in Brooklyn.
The learning curve for point guards in the NBA can be pretty steep, but Irving was a quick study. It didn't take him long to become an elite player.
Now here's Rivers. 15 points in the game. And Jordan sends it back. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Mwaba. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Rivers against Irving. Gordon for 3. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Dinwiddie.
I like to see Irving working the ball over to his guys. He's an expert at slicing and dicing the D.
Here's Gordon. Spencer Dinwiddie picking up that last basket. Floats one up. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
He's lucky his teammates have picked up the slack for him. I mean, his shooting has been horrific.
Chandler with the steal. 1:56 left in the third quarter. And the pass to McLemore. Ball's knocked loose. Now Irving. 32 points in the game. Pass to Nwaba. He dishes it to Dinwiddie. 4 on the shot clock. And he hits it to tie the game up.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Temple. They get it back. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Now here's Rivers. He's got 15. Looking to end the run. Rebounded by the Nets. Jordan's. It's a close game here in Brooklyn. Here's Temple, guarded by McLemore. Temple dishes to Dinwiddie. Pass to Jordan. Nwaba kicks to Dinwiddie. Shot clock at 5. The kick out to Irving over Rivers. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
They know they can't give him that shot. The D's are over it, not even giving him an inch of space.
Back to Gordon. Passes it to Rivers. From deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the Brooklyn Nets. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all, and he looks to be planning for more. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
Three tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Kyrie Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Garrett Temple. Then it's Jordan. And it's Nwaba in at the power forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Temple. Back to Dinwiddie. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Gordon.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. But his offense has not been there for him tonight.
And David Nwaba picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Jared Allen's checked in for David Nwaba. Now, here's Capella. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Clock at 6. That shot off the mark.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Now, here's Tucker, defended by Allen. Now here's McLemore outside. The Rockets again can't hit.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Temple, count it, and the foul. It's on Ben McLemore.
And playing with the lead, you can see they're making a much more concerted effort to work the ball inside here in the second half.
Joe Harris is checked in for the Nets. And a change for the Rockets. Harden's checked in. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Excellent D there from Allen. Nets leading by 5. Here's Dinwiddie. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie. Second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
And the first one drops. Some changes for Brooklyn. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Garrett Temple. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Rockets trail by 7. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Westbrook's got 9 points now in just the second half. Dinwiddie outside. Now the pass to LeVert. Stolen by Tucker. To the paint. Here's Westbrook. And he comes up with the deuce. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Now here's Dinwiddie. And here's LeVert. Back to Dinwiddie. 5 on the clock. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 5 assists tonight.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
So here's Westbrook. And here's Gordon from outside. Buries it from three-point range.
Wow, his first triple of the second half gives him 2 on the night. He's not making much of an impact from deep.
Poked away. Westbrook with the steal. Goes up. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Oh, exactly right. Momentum-shifting plays like that can change the tone of a game.
It's the Nets now. The Rockets making the shot. Allen trying to break free. And the basket by Harris. And the Nets lead by 3.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That'll be his second foul of the game. Daniel House has checked in for Gordon. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Capella. Clock at 4. And the foul called on Jared Allen. That's his first foul. Here's Harden. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Jared Allen.
And Harden is never scared of physical defenders. I mean, he embraces the opportunity to get these calls when he's shooting.
And he knocks down the first one. Harden hits them both. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Inside, here's LeVert. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And the Nets lead by 3.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And here's Westbrook from the arc, rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
LeVert from outside. Harden grabs the miss. Harden's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's good. Harden's got 10 points here in the second half.
A ferocious player on the offensive end. Harden is fantastic at staying aggressive, actively looking for a shot.
Here's LeVert. Allen trying to break free. A nice shot by LeVert. LeVert's got 4 this quarter.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Here's Harden. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And the first one at the line is good. And Brooklyn making a change here. Irving's checked in. And both free throws good for James Harden. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. It's a 1-point game. Launches a 3. That one doesn't drop. And the Rockets take it the other way to take the lead. And it's Westbrook laying it in.
Timeout.
Westbrook's got 35 in the game.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And the talk in their huddle is going to be about taking care of the basketball. I mean, their turnover numbers are terrible.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Allen outside. Pass to LeVert. 6 to shoot. Back to Allen.
An imposing defender thanks to his timing, his height, his reach. I mean, Capella is awesome at throwing shooters off their game.
And that one, good.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Now here's Irving. Prince kicks to Irving. Allen inside the three-point line. And again, no good by Brooklyn. To the middle, here's Westbrook, and the dunk by Westbrook.
He's terrific at finding an open man. I mean, good awareness from the floor, from the combo guard. Harden.
Irving passes to LeVert. Down low. Prince, right side. LeVert kicks to Irving. No good, unable to end this run. Rockets leading by 5. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart. They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Now, here is Irving. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. So here's Westbrook. From the stripe. The offensive rebound. Can't hit that one. Nets trail by 7. LeVert with it. He feeds it to Harris. Allen left side. Knocked loose. Now Harden. There's the dish to Capella. The count to Westbrook. Back to Capella. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 4 assists in the game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now, here is Irving. And the Nets miss again.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
Tucker with the ball, guarded by Harris. Capella trying to free himself up. An even 3-on-3 break. They need this one. It's good, and the Rocket lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Prince.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And it's Westbrook missing.
Look, the more threes he misses, I mean, the more he wants to take. Where they do that at? That's not the right mindset.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Here's Westbrook following the bucket by the Nets. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's just his first turnover of the game. He's been making good decisions out there. Well, until that one.
Nets trail by 5. Irving looking for an opening. Now here's Prince. Not a lot of room. Allen dishes to Harris. Kicks it out to Prince. Just 5 on the clock. Harden grabs the miss. Harden's got 8 rebounds in this game. It's House outside. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Rockets lead by 8.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
With the floater, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
They're going to be relying on him here late. I mean, just think about it. Hoping to come from behind, he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing.
And that one misses. Rockets leading by 6. Pass to Harden. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound, Brooklyn. Allen's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. The pass to Irving. Irving double team. Here's Harris. Rockets with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. 1:56 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. From 13, Westbrook pulls it in. Westbrook's got his 5th rebound in this one. It's Harden with the drive, and Harden with the stuff.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
Irving for 3. The shot, no good. And the Rockets take it the other way. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. From downtown, Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Rockets leading by 11.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Rockets.
And, guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Russell Westbrook.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless, grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And the first one drops. Houston with a big group substitution here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Anderson comes in for P.J. Tucker. Thabo Sefolosha has checked in for Daniel House. And it's Ben McLemore in for Russell Westbrook. Harden hits them both. These guys have had some good motion on offense. Nice assisting.
And when everyone's involved offensively, it has a way of helping you on the defensive side as well.
Claxton, it's good.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it, and that's a shame.
Now here's Harden. Deep 2 from Anderson, and that's good for 2. Anderson's got the lead up to 13 now for the Rockets.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
So we see Houston taking the W here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. James, congrats on the win. What got it done for you at the end tonight?
Just being aggressive. I told my guys on the court that we had to make a run, and it had to be a good one. Defensively, we did a pretty good job down the stretch. We got some shots to fall and came away with the victory.
Great play tonight, James. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.